Proverbs 13. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. And I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means YahWeh is salvation. And there was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic texts because the letter J, again, is about 600 years old. A simple piece of deception is people like to say, oh, that's a dangerous area, you shouldn't get into that. And the reason why they say that is because they know they're wrong and they're going to have to change. People don't like admitting when they're wrong. It's easier to fool someone than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Yah is short for Yahweh, Yahweh, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel with an E. What is a difference and does matter is when people say that Sam, Phil, Bob, and Aaron are the same name, because no one in their right mind would ever believe that. So why would you try to force Yahweh to believe that, especially when he's an extremely jealous El? It just doesn't make any sense at all. And it's funny that people think that they can force the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who created us, to do something. Proverbs 13. Excuse me. A wise son accepts his father's discipline, but a scoffer shall not listen to rebuke. From the fruit of the mouth a man eats the good, but the desire of the treacherous is for violence. He who watches over his mouth guards his being, but he who opens wide his lips comes to ruin. The being of the lazy one craves the being of the lazy one craves but has not, while the being of the hard workers are enriched. A righteous one hates a lying word, but a wrong man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness watches over him who is perfect in the way, but wrongness overthrows the sinner. There is one who makes himself rich, yet has none at all, and one who makes himself poor, yet has great riches. The ransom of a man's life is his riches, but the poor does not hear rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wrong is put out. By pride comes only strife, but wisdom is with those who take advice. Wealth from vanity diminishes, but he who gathers by hand increases. Expectancy drawn out makes the heart sick, but a longing come true is a tree of life. He who despises the word is destroyed, but he who fears the command is rewarded. The Torah of the wise is a fountain of life, turning one away from the snares of death. Good understanding gains favor, but the way of the treacherous is hard. Everyone with insight acts with knowledge, but a fool spreads folly. A messenger that is wrong falls into evil, but a trustworthy envoy is a healing. Poverty and shame are for him who ignores discipline, but he who heeds reproof is esteemed. A desire accomplished is sweet to the being, but to turn away from evil is an abomination to fools. He who walks with the wise shall be wise, but the companion of fools suffers evil. Evil pursues sinners, but good is repaid to the righteous. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Much food is in the tillable ground of the poor, but lack of right ruling keeps it away. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him seeks him with discipline. The righteous eats to be satisfying of his being, but the stomach of the wrong is lacking. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him seeks him with discipline. Look at society. No one disciplines their children, and they're run by children. The alphabet people are literally children. They stayed as children. Their mindset and everything is just, I'm right, you're wrong. That's the end of that. When it's the complete opposite. They literally eat poison. The scientific proof is there that because of the poisons they ingest into their bodies, they feel that way. And it's like, can't say that to their face, because then they get offended and then you go to jail for being offensive. Because this is Canada. This is the land of Nazis. Our flag should be the Nazis' flag, not the maple leaf. What the heck is that? It's not a thing. Savages. That's a good proverb.